Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Griff Picks. The show bringing movie news and reviews straight to use. Still working on that tagline and still working on this thing. Had a few technical issues with the last couple episodes, so I decided to try and simplify things. Hopefully this one will go a bit smoother. Before we get into things, I happened to stumble upon this little gem at the Walmart the other day. This is T2, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the unrated special edition, which is the extended edition of the film, in this nice, shiny slipcover. And then I was happy to see that underneath we get that cover. So that was a really nice find. I think I'm just going to wind up getting them all separately on Blu-ray because I also have this one so far. This is the director's cut of Terminator Salvation, the R-rated version. But yeah, I'm a fan of all of them except for Genesis, even Dark Fate. I don't really understand the hate that Dark Fate gets. I heard one person do a critique on it where they didn't like it. They didn't like the movie because a Terminator went back in time to change things, and they succeeded. It's like, I mean, you know that's what the whole franchise is about, right? First things first, start off with horror. Terrifier 2 is coming. Got a 2021 release date as of right now, and we've gotten a teaser trailer. This franchise could be considered like extreme or disturbing or exploitative in that subgenre, but I mean, you gotta give it up for the practical effects that's used. Creation of this character, Art the Clown, who first appeared in All Hallows Eve, which was an anthology, then appeared in Terrifier. Now we're getting Terrifier 2. I wanted to talk a little bit about the order of them, where in the first Terrifier, Art the Clown seems like he's just a normal serial killer, but he's, mortal, he's human. In All Hallows Eve, he seems to have some supernatural or paranormal powers. So you could say that one is a sequel, but I'm not sure, and I'm excited to see what happens in Terrifier 2 and if any of this types of things are explained. I think a lot of people would agree that the horror genre definitely got like a new mascot with Art the Clown, so that's pretty cool. We're also getting Wolf Creek 3 and the return of Mick Taylor. That release date has been pushed back to at least the beginning of 2022, but I don't see it getting pushed back more than that, so we should see it around there. In some other surprise horror news, it seems that allegedly Rob Zombie is set to take on a movie reboot of The Munsters. I got to watch Those Who Wish Me Dead, which I mentioned in the last video. That came out, I think, in some theaters and on HBO Max. It was good. It was a good, solid action thriller, good acting. I thought the ending was a bit rushed, but you could say that's kind of a positive when a movie leaves you wanting more. Netflix and Hulu horrors and thrillers. We got The Woman in the Window, which I got a chance to watch, and I liked it. I thought, it had a good twist in it. It was good. Oxygen, that also came out on Netflix. I was really excited to see that. It was like a single location sci-fi thriller by one of my favorite horror directors, Alexander Aja. But I just didn't care for this one. One location movies are sometimes a hit or miss. Things Heard and Seen. I thought this was really good. It was more of a drama with horror and thriller aspects to it. kind of a mystery drama. But I really liked this one a lot. It had a lot going on in it, and you know, I thought Amanda Seyfried did a great job. I always love when she's, you know, delves into the horror genre. I think it's like a really good fit for her. Army of the Dead, I watched that. I thought that was really good. Went on a bit long, and I thought some of the choices in it were like a bit odd. Some of the stuff that happened with the characters. But all in all, I would say it definitely ranks up there among some of the best zombie films, for sure. I also watched The Wind on Netflix, which that had been on my watch list for a while. It's a Western horror. That one just wasn't for me. It had a lot of great cinematography, but I'll just say that. It just wasn't for me, but you know, if you're into horror and you like Westerns, definitely check it out. Okay, moving over to HBO Max, we got The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. This one, I feel like was just a miss. It was just not scary. Pretty good storyline. I do like to see more of the Warrens' whole storyline. I think that's all interesting, but this one just does not compare to The Conjuring 1 and 2. It had a different director, same director that did La Llorona, and I mean, you can tell. Also on HBO Max, we got a trailer for the new Hugh Jackman movie, Reminiscence, so that's out there if you want to check it out. And that means that we're getting a 2-for-1 in August on HBO Max, because the Suicide Squad is releasing August 6th, and then I believe Reminiscence releases on the 20th. And we got a final trailer for the Suicide Squad, if you want to check that out. For July on HBO Max, we have a new Steven Soderbergh film, who's the director of Haywire, which is an awesome action movie. Definitely check that out if you get a chance. Last time I checked, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there, but Haywire, really good movie. No Sudden Move is his new film, and that's going to be on HBO Max. Really star-studded crime, drama, thriller. It looks good. I got to watch Mortal Kombat, and sorry to say, that was not good. It was just not good. The acting was not there. A lot of the special effects were terrible. The storyline was not good. They created a new character, which I don't understand why they need to do that with all the Mortal Kombat. I mean, think about how many Mortal Kombat characters you have to pull from, and they created a new character. I feel like they created like new rules and then broke those rules for the Mortal Kombat world. At the very beginning of the movie, how it starts off with Scorpion and Sub-Zero was great. You know, I wish they had just stuck with that. But it just veers off from there and it's all downhill. But I still love the original. Like, you can say it's kind of corny or cheesy. The acting isn't that great at times in that one, but I feel like the original is still great, you know, to go back to. So I'd definitely recommend that over this Mortal Kombat for sure. Black Widow released in theaters and on Disney+. It looks interesting. There's some other super villains and heroes in it, like Red Guardian and Taskmaster. I'll eventually check it out. Finally finished my watch list from the very first video I did like this, except for Antlers. Antlers is still up in the air. I think we still don't have a solid release date for it. So if anybody knows anything about that, please let me know. Some of the ones on that list that I got to watch were Fat Man, which was a Mel Gibson, Walton Goggins movie, which was like a really dark action comedy about Santa Claus. Totally different spin on that whole story. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I'm big fans of Gibson and Walton Goggins for sure. Synchronic was also on that list, which is like a sci-fi thriller. It was okay, a bit predictable, and just kind of, I feel like it just kind of didn't know what it wanted to be. But I would say definitely watch Resolution, which is a film by those same directors. I believe it's their first film, and it's by far their best. Really good movie. Definitely check out Resolution. And if you watch it and you love it, then check out the sequel called Endless. Thor: Love and Thunder wrapped, and we got a little behind-the-scenes photo. I saw it on Twitter of the director and Chris Hemsworth. So that's pretty cool and good news. And apparently Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, will appear in that film. And then filming on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which James Gunn is again helming, good news, has begun. Filming on that one has begun. The release of that will not be until at least the end of 2022. Will Thor: Love and Thunder be the end of Thor's story? Will it be the beginning of Lady Thor's story? False Positive was a horror thriller released on Hulu, starring Pierce Brosnan and Ilana Glazer from Broad City. It was okay. It was very creepy. Definitely had some Rosemary's Baby vibes to it. I won't spoil anything about it in case you want to check it out, but I will say this about it, that endings are tough. All 4 streaming services continuing to release their own movies. I feel like it's a good thing. It definitely adds value to streaming services. But in my opinion, they could definitely slow down on the series. Some brief comedic relief news. Afterlife 3 has wrapped on filming. So we can expect to see that sometime in the near future. Ricky Gervais has now begun to tour in support of his new special, Supernature, which I believe will premiere on Netflix sometime after the 3rd season of Afterlife. This 3rd season of Afterlife is to be the final season. Okay, so that's about it. Other than that, just things to look out for and what I'll be watching personally. The Fear Street trilogy has got to be at the top of my list. This is a 70s and 90s horror trilogy that's been adapted from R.L. Stine, the writer of Goosebumps, but it's an R-rated adaptation. The first one premieres on Netflix July 2nd, so it's already out. And then they, I believe, are coming out like one a week, basically, in July. That new Soderbergh thriller on HBO, No Sudden Move, I'll definitely be watching that. There's a new Halloween Kills full trailer out right now. And there's also a full trailer out for The Many Saints of Newark. We finally got a trailer for that Sopranos prequel film. So, yeah, so those are some things that you can check out right now. I'm out of note cards, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.